Hello everyone, it's Tail here. I'm sorry I've been away for a while. I've not been very well. I've had an illness. Although it's not been a serious one, it has meant that my lungs felt weird and I couldn't talk properly, which is why I did not record any videos. But I'm feeling better, and hopefully my video making can resume. You may have noticed also that my voice has become more clear and audible. That's because I've managed to afford a new microphone, a proper one, with a mic stand and a pop filter and everything, and hopefully it means that my voice will now be better and more listenable too. And I'd like to thank my Patreon people, the people who support me via Patreon with money, for helping me to afford this wonderful piece of engineering. Thank you, I really appreciate it. So onto the video itself. At the moment, Yasta 5, who I think are a squadron in Rise of Flight, are running an online multiplayer campaign called oh my god, I've forgotten, Bloody April, that's it. So it's online campaign on Fridays and Saturday evenings, and both sides fight it out using the planes available during the real Bloody April campaign, which means the Allies are stuck with DH2s and FE2Bs, is it? And the Germans have Albatrosses and DFWs. So I've been registered and I'm taking part in it. And last Sunday I recorded some footage of myself, which I'm going to show to you right now. So without further ado, let's cut to the video itself. Let's go. So here I am flying along, and as you can see, the weather conditions are pretty awful. There's snow, obviously. There's, oh look, I've just spotted a fellow spotter. There's snow, there are winds of 4.5 meters per second from the west, and there's overcast clouds at 4,500 feet. Here you can see another Sopwith strutter off on a mission, heading off to his unknown fate. On this particular flight, I was tasked with photographing some under construction trenches in the front lines. So that's what I'm heading out to do. I'm heading northwest towards the front. I'm going to photograph those trenches. It's just me, myself and I, and my gunner behind me. We did have some trouble with engines in this, in the previous missions I did. The strutter engines just gave up after about 20 minutes. So I had to run the engine fuel mixture extremely lean, and also not go above 90% throttle in order to keep the engine going. So that was something. But yeah, I'm heading out now. I'm looking at the map here. There are some trenches I need to photograph, and now we've switched to the front itself. So here I am over the lines, and I'm getting ready to capture some images. There are the trenches down there, and I'm going to move to the camera, or the bomb sight view, in a moment. And there's the little camera icon on the top left, which means I can begin taking pictures. Excuse me, I'm just having a drink. This mission went okay, I think, but obviously we'll get to that towards the end. There's 4 missions in total in this video from the ones I flew on Sunday. I'd like to thank all the people who, well, there's a guy on Twitter, I've forgotten his name, I'm sorry, but his avatar is the dude, and he invited me, so thank you to him. And also to the other guys for getting me registered. And I got shot for his sterling work in commanding the Allied troops. So here we go, starting taking photos. What have we got there? 9.9% is that? The photos were going up really slowly compared to what I'm used to in other multiplayer servers. So I was a bit concerned that I wouldn't be able to complete them all in time with the number of photos I had. But in the end, it was okay. Here you can see the trenches actually, or the under construction trenches actually spread out away from no man's land and into fresh territory. So I guess this must be recently captured German territory. Well, I didn't think, apart from counter-attacking, I didn't think Germans really caught or captured much during Bloody April. I could be wrong. I read a book about it a few months ago, but obviously I've forgotten most of that now. Yeah, so off I go, photographing things. Trying to think if I've got anything else to say, because this is fairly boring. I probably should have cut this bit out, to be honest. Never mind. You can hear the flak going off. Actually, I don't think that's flak. I think that's the shells exploding below. I'm using the little stick down there in the bottom right hand corner to twist my plane around, so I'm photographing these things properly. And now up to 34.5%, which is good, almost halfway there. Why didn't I cut this bit out? I don't know. So how are you guys? How have you been doing? As I say, I've not been too good. I think the flak starts now. I just heard some go off near my head. And actually, yeah, some just exploded below me. Oh, good, now I've switched to further on in the video, and I'm about to complete the photographs. Luckily I'm not dead, haven't shot down by flak. I do know some people were shot down by flak because it could be fairly accurate. There's no ambient flak in the server, it's all, if the flak goes off then it means it's shooting at something rather than just shooting for no reason like it does in single player. Here I spot 3 planes in the distance, and because I was very close to finishing my recon, I didn't really want to tangle with them. I didn't know if they were enemy or friendly, so I just turned away and tried to climb up into the clouds to avoid detection. I think that's probably the most prudent thing to do, because me versus 3 albatrosses would not have worked out very well. I do manage to lose them, luckily, so I don't know if they spotted me or not, but they lost me in the clouds. And then I just managed to complete the photos right there, so all photos completed. Now it's just a case of heading home. I used the clouds quite a lot in the missions. I'm not sure if that's technically cheating or not, but because all I could do is you could pull up into the clouds, put your auto level rudder on, or auto level autopilot, and then you'll just keep going in a straight line, even though you can't see a damn thing, which probably isn't the most realistic thing to do. I don't know if pilots would have been able to do that in the war, really, because obviously they'd need to have some reference point. I guess they could have kept a close eye on their speed and altitude to work out which direction they're flying in. But yeah, that's what I did. I think the Germans, we had reports of the Germans doing a similar thing where you had one 2-seater flying below the clouds and another one flying above, and then the 2-seater below was like firing flares through the clouds to direct the one above the clouds, which is quite a nifty system. Yeah, and now I'm just turning homewards because obviously I have to get back and land with the photos. I don't have Wi-Fi on the plane. But yes, it was interesting flying in these conditions. I'm not used to overcast skies in Rise of Flight. I don't think I've ever done a video with overcast skies. It doesn't really come up in the single player for some reason. Snow, I'm not sure if that comes up at all in single player. I guess it must do. If it's in the game, it must. Well, I don't know. Overcast skies are apparently in the game, but I've never seen them except online. I don't think. Could be wrong. And of course, it gave me another chance to fly the strutter after my aborted attempt in the single player. I think the conditions actually made it easier to escape detection, because I guess visibility must have been very low, so you have to be very close to something to spot them. Whereas in if it was all nice blue skies and sunny sunshine, it's very easy to spot other planes from a distance. So now I skip ahead to where I'm about to land. Where is the airfield? I can't see it. I think I'm going to try... Oh, it's on my right. Yeah, I'm going to try and come at it so I'm blowing or flying into the wind, which I believe is what you should be doing on a landing or a takeoff, since it is a very strong wind. It's a mighty wind. And you'll get to see whether I manage to land the plane. I'm going to be quiet for a moment while I have a drink, and I'll let you enjoy the splendour of this landing. Turning right, throttle down, almost heading west as intended. Using the blip switch to blip that engine. Probably coming in a little bit too fast, but never mind. And here we go. Almost. I misshot the, or overshot the airfield, which is annoying, but never mind. Bouncy, bouncy. Oh yeah, did I mention this is post-commentary? I'm not commentating live. Hopefully you kind of worked that out. But yeah, I didn't commentate live because I was also on TeamSpeak at the same time, so it would have made things a little bit more difficult, I think. But anyway, yeah, this is after the fact, narrating myself. And there we go, photographs of German 7th Army trenches returned to HQ. 6th Army artillery now requires a spotter. So the spotter's job is to fly up, communicate with the artillery on the ground, and communicate the coordinates to that artillery of their target so they can aim better. So that was what I was tasked with by I got shot once I'd returned. Yeah, you can see the map here, all the airfields, and I'm heading up north to where that balloon is, actually to where that white flag is on the left, top left side next to the balloon. That's my target there. So what I needed to do is fly over our artillery first, because I think of a bug in the game. They then had to shoot their load, so to speak, for 4 minutes before announcing they'd missed. Then I had to fly over the target, fly back to the artillery, and then they would try to shoot again. Then I had to fly back to the target to verify that it had been destroyed, which could take quite a few times. I think there's one poor guy who had like 4 or 5 times just go back and forth, which isn't good, especially when you've got enemy fighters around looking for you. So here I am taking off. I'm going to take off eastwards so the wind is behind me. I don't know if that's exactly what you should be doing, but it's better to have the wind coming at you from the side, I suppose. I probably should have cut a bit more of these videos down a bit when I was editing before doing the commentaries, but I didn't know how much I would need to, how much I'd have to say. Turns out not very much. I seem able to babble on mindlessly while playing quite easily, but then when you actually have to sit down and concentrate solely on talking, your mind does not allow you to come up with things to say so easily. But then again, maybe the things I'm saying now are better than the crap I come up with when I'm flying properly. And then again, maybe not. Probably equally as bad. So, got a notification of the 3rd Army trenches photo has been returned. So good job to that individual. Well done. Don't know who that was. I think there were about 20 to 25 different pilots flying on our side, and roughly the same on the German side. And some missions we did quite well in. I mean, when I say we, I mean the Allied side. Other missions, not so well. But yeah, you get points for completing objectives, and I guess you get points for shooting down planes as well. I'm not too sure. But definitely the objectives like trenches, trench spotting and artillery and bombing. There is bombing as well. And now I'm just heading out on my journey. In game, in real life, I'm waiting for this to cut to the next exciting section of video. Jesus Christ. I think I might have got a bit more ruthless with the cutting later on in the video, hopefully. Ah, here we go. Hey, okay. Right, so now I am over the... I think at this point, because I'm heading north, I would have already flown over our artillery. And now I'm heading out to the target. So I'm doing some evasive flying to try and avoid the flak which is going off all around me. Now, in this mission, I remember had a couple of close shaves. Which you will obviously see very shortly. There was also another friendly spotter, I think, flying around, which I notice in a moment, I think. But right now I'm just trying to fly around and avoid the flak. I didn't know whether... I think some people just fly in a straight line, but from hearing other people saying they've been shot down by flak, I decided to not risk that. I tried to evade it as much as I could. If you do the Rise of Flight tutorial missions, there's a section on it called Flying Flak Evasive, I think. But I don't notice too many people doing it in-game. Maybe because usually the flak isn't too accurate. That white flag you can just see, it's just appeared on the bottom left-hand side of the picture, is the target. It's just a kind of placeholder thing the map maker put in, because there wasn't really anything else they could use, which was easily spottable, I think, from the sky. So they put a big white flag in there, which is fair enough, I don't mind that. I'm not too bothered with having everything ultra immersive, etc. It's a game. There I spot something behind me. I think this might be the other spotter. You can see the message at the bottom of the screen saying that the artillery bombardment has missed, so I need to return and give them firing corrections, which I begin to do. I also swing around and look at this. Yeah, because it's got flak attacking it as well, so I knew it was friendly, since he's getting a pasting from what I had. It's a bit odd to see him in the same area, to be honest, because I would have thought that he should be off in another mission. I don't think he was really on the way anywhere either, because he was flying direct north, and there's nothing northward of this really to attack unless he's going to bomb something, which could be possible. But yeah, that's another... It's quite kind of eerie when you come across planes, especially in this weather. You can see another plane flying out of the mist, you know they're friendly and they're heading off to their uncertain fate. You can't communicate at all, it's just another human being. Here I spot another plane, and since I'm already at 4,000 feet, so I can't really do much in terms of climbing away from it unless I go into the clouds, which I do end up doing, but this one turns out not to be too friendly. As you can probably see, he is an albatross, I think. At least I certainly thought he was at the time. I can't quite see from there if he was. I'm fairly sure he was an albatross. So I decided to climb and hide in the clouds, because I'm a coward and the AI gunners in this game are awful. Unless when I'm flying against them, in case they shoot me in the head. So I do my usual trick of flying up into the clouds. And I do manage to avoid him this time. So that's good. Cut ahead now. I just switched to the camera view and I heard a plane. In the camera view you can hear other planes that are nearby you more easily than when you're sitting in the cockpit, and I heard another plane nearby, and in fact you can probably hear him now behind me, and that is that albatross. I just popped it down out of the clouds to see where I was. I think if you're careful, there he is, yep, right behind me. So that was close. If I hadn't moved to the camera view right then, I might never have heard him coming up on me. And I would have been a piece of dead meat in a burning plane. So I know he's right behind me, so I start trying to make evasive maneuvers and try and fly in weird directions, all the while trying to stay level and attempt to avoid him. And I did avoid him. So now we're cutting back, and I think this is where I'm flying over the target again. I've popped that back down, and you see 6th Army Artillery have destroyed the German artillery battery. A ground assault is now possible in this sector, so that's when the troops go in and hopefully take the objective. So my job here is done. It's time to fly home and hopefully avoid that albatross again and land. I think it was an albatross. It looked like one. Albatross, I think, have more square wings. Albatross looks kind of like a bird, I think. But yeah, I'm heading directly south to head back to base and land this mother. And I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm looking at the map here. That's why my camera view is kind of got stuck like that. And hopefully I cut the video quickly this time. Oh, that was a bit weird. Right, so now I am landing. And I think at this point you'll might to hear, or very shortly you'll hear somebody on TeamSpeak. So there's a gunner bug at the moment in Rise of Flight where if you jump in the gunner position of a plane in multiplayer, you can't actually use the gun. And then even if you jump out, the AI aren't able to use the gun either, which is bad. So this guy decided to test that by jumping into my plane, and he did manage to succeed. So what he had to do is quit Rise of Flight, go back in again, but this time straight away just go straight to gunner mode rather than starting in a plane or anything like that. There we go, we've got bad news that the 5th artillery position has been destroyed on our side, so that's obviously a point for them. There you can see my human gunner friend in the back who is able to use the gun. So that is good. So now we can have human gunners again, which is excellent. Because the air gunners, as I say, are bad. Now with TeamSpeak, because the game was, or because the software was recording the game, it also recorded the other people's voices, but not mine. So you won't be able to hear my voice talking when I'm on TeamSpeak. You'll just hear the other person. There we go. Here he is. I'm going to say hello in a minute. I think it's a French guy.
Hey there.
Hey there.
Could be a gunner.
There he is. So that's my gunner.
You just exited the game and re-entered, and it works. I'm in the gunner seat, as you can see.
Great. That's great news. Thank you, my friend.
Well, I just wanted to try out.
Yes. Very sensible. I'm landing the plane. You might die. We're having a bounce. But we're down now. We're safe. You're not dead. So yeah, I'm pulling up to
recon or bombing? Or spotting?
Recon. Oh, actually, I did recon first, and then I did spotting. So spotting. I've done spotting, and I was successful.
Great
Go me.
work.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to leave the game now. So you can stay here if you like, but I'm going.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
I
Bye
got
then.
killed when I ran to 3 Halberstadt. DH2.
Okay, didn't want to know that, but thanks. Thanks for letting me know.
We're just patrolling east of Rams.
Right. I don't know where that is. Anything else you want to say?
Alright.
Okay. So that was that. And that was that mission. So on to the next one. Now here I'm paired up with a guy called Mueller. Ferris Mueller. Not really, he's just Mueller. And he's from Connecticut. He's a Connecticut Yankee in the First World War. And we're again in Sopwith Strutters. And we're flying off to destroy, obliterate a bridge, and then photograph its burning remains. We wanted to take out the FE2Bs because they had bigger bombs, but those were taken, so we had to take the Strutters, which only have small bombs. So we were not confident of our chances of success in this mission, even if we did manage to reach the building, or the bridge, I should say. That's him ahead of me. I lag behind him quite a lot, all the way. I think because he had 3 60-pound bombs, I had 365. I had 8 20s and a photo camera. So technically I had a bigger bomb load. Seems weird to me because when you select the strutter, you can either have a camera and 8 20-pound bombs, or just 3 65-pound bombs. But 3 65-pound bombs is not as heavy as 8 20s, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Here we're travelling across the lines, heading towards our target. There's a flare in the distance, so something's going down over there. But something's about to go down with us as well. Down south. Mueller is still ahead of me. And he's about to shout something out, I think. Again, you'll be able to hear his voice, but not mine.
Oh crap! I got an albatross coming in on me.
He's got albis on him. Now there's at least 2 there, but more joined the fray. I raced ahead to try and help him out.
I'm coming back to you so you can shoot the albatross off me.
So that's my job here, to try and shoot the albi off. Then the second one's going to be on my tail, in which case Mueller's going to have to come around and help me out and just try and survive as best we can.
And I'm going to turn around as soon as you engage this one. Engage the one that comes on you. Okay, I'm turning.
Thank you, Mueller. Now my gunner gets into action.
Halberstat here, I should be able to.
So now I'm being shot at. I'm just trying to fly around and avoid. That's Mueller up ahead. That could be the Halberstadt actually, I'm not too sure.
On your 6? Okay,
Yes,
I'm
I do.
back to you.
Yes, please do.
I got one shooting at me, but I'm trying to get on yours.
And now more planes
Okay,
enter the fray. There's at least 3 or 4 enemies, I think. There's a Halberstadt.
Copy that. I'm turning back on the one that was on you. You'll just have to keep turning back to the ones that are on me. We'll have to try to support each other here.
It's fair to say this isn't going to end well. You can probably guess that already.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I'm in a load of trouble.
I'm trying to engage the Halberstadt, but it's too late for Mueller.
Okay, the engine's oiled. Oh my gosh. I'm losing pieces.
I'm trying my best, and my gunnery is not great. In fact, I'll probably accidentally shoot Mueller in the moment.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there I accidentally shoot Mueller, so apologies to Mueller for that.
I'm trying to run south now. My gunner's shooting.
Put a couple of bullets in the Halberstadt, but not really enough to do any major damage. So there's 3 Halberstadts, I think. And also possibly an Albatross. So at this point, Mueller's running away, and it's now my decision to run. But
Yeah, just run the best you can, I guess.
I am. But doesn't end well. We're using some mods in this this server, and one of them is a new, well not new, but it's one I don't normally use, which is a mod for the oil, engine oil, and it is much more hardcore than the original game's oiling mechanism. So when I get hit, you'll see that, and it basically means you cannot see a single thing, which is not ideal. I'm trying my best to try and avoid the fire here. My gunner is being useless as per usual, and there goes the engine. So at first it's not too bad, but the effect multiplies very quickly until you cannot see a single thing. Here I jettison my bombs, also hoping I might catch one of those guys in the blast. You can see I'm still being followed, and right now I've decided
Okay,
just
that's about all my motors had.
I'm flying just in a straight line just to try and get away, and I do eventually lose them. I don't
Oh man, we walked right into it there. Huh?
We sure did, Mueller.
There's at least 4 of them.
Yeah,
I think 4 anyway. So
I counted 7.
Albatrosses.
There were 70 of them, and they were flying super
I think we
planes.
should've tried to sneak in low.
You're probably right, Mueller. I'm sorry. That's probably my fault. I thought because I needed to take the photos of the bridge that we had to fly up high to do that, which obviously you do, but we could have flown in low and then climbed once we're behind the lines, possibly.
It's going to be an unsure landing.
Mueller's
Can't
about
see
to...
the ground. This oil mod is really makes it difficult. It's more difficult than the other one.
I agree. I don't like it. I prefer the other one.
With the other one, you can clean your goggles off as well.
I know. It's much better.
I don't like this. Yeah.
No, me neither. It's shit.
I was used to the other one. I could turn my head and see through the spots. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, this is horrible.
I feel you. So I'm still going. I think my gunner is still firing.
Motor's about had it. They're just running south, but I have no visibility. visibility. I think I'm over a forest.
Okay.
Which
Well,
makes sense. There wouldn't be a clearing when I need one.
don't land in the forest.
Oh, this is actually the mud, I think. I can't tell. Oh, there's sticks everywhere.
There's sticks everywhere. Yeah, Mueller's about to die, I'm afraid.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Come on, you can do it. You lack discipline. Stop whining. You lack discipline.
Oh.
Are you dead?
That hurt.
I think he's dead.
I got impaled on the top of a tree, and when the plane fell off the tree, it finished killing me.
Fucking hell. That blows. Well, I've managed to lose the enemies, I think. Now it's just a case of trying to land this bitch. Which is easier said than done with this oil mod. But soon my engine will start to feel the effects of the damage. I think here I'm trying to see if I can get back to the airfield, but obviously not, because the engine is now dying. It does mean that the oil starts to clear up though, so that's one good thing. Now it's just trying and find a clearing, which I do. And now the engine's completely had it, so I decided just to switch it off, because at least then I'll get rid of the oil on my face. And I think I'm heading towards a clearing, but the clearing is not as clear as I first thought. So I can now tell there's a looming shape of a tree in front of me, and I hit the tree. Here we go. Luckily, something cushioned my fall, so I'm not dead. I can fly another day.
Nice.
I know. And that was the end of that mission.
Yeah,
So
I ended in the mud in a forest of sticks.
So that was a complete failure. But that's what happens sometimes. And now we should be moving on very shortly to the final mission. Actually, first you'll get to intercept.
Come back and speak to me in an hour
Yep,
and 20
so this is the
minutes or
briefing.
so, mate.
That's
And we'll
I got
organise it
shot.
then.
Thank you.
The Australian
Okay,
gentleman.
Okay, who did we lose?
Me.
User disconnected from your
Mueller?
channel.
Yeah, and me.
Yep. And tail mange is still alive.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you dead, Mueller?
Yeah,
Yep.
he's dead. He died.
Israel,
Alright.
According.
He's dead! Alright, so now it's the next mission. And this time I'm flying with a gentleman called Genius. Genius is from the French Riviera. And we are flying in FE2Bs. And our job was to bomb a strategic target, which was the German HQ building. So we're heading northwards to do that. We've got a couple of 230-pound bombs between us. And we're going to bomb that building down, or try to. Should cut ahead in a moment or two. Oh, there's
Yes.
that's Genius there. Very nice chap. So it's still snowing. Here we are. We're now across the lines. We managed to make it across. Bit of flak, and I actually got hit in the engine, and I'm leaking fuel at this point. But there's a building up ahead. That's what we need to destroy. So we're going to go in. I think I tried to hit the left side of the building while Genius targets the right. I'm going to do some dive bombing. So let's see how this goes. Just coming up to it. I'm fairly good at dive bombing. I do it quite a lot in multiplayer. Kind of know when to drop the bombs. My favourite bomber is the Handley Page, because it can hold a 1,200-pound bomb which obliterates most things. If you want to destroy a factory, just drop one of those and it's gone. But here we go. I'm coming in to drop the bomb. Dropped it. And Genius is dropping his. He said that mine didn't hit exactly, but it was kind of landed near. His, I think, hit
I see
pretty well.
No damage.
But there was no damage. We didn't hurt it. So that was a failure, unfortunately. And we have to head back. So
Yep.
that didn't go too well either. And you'll soon see that my fuel situation becomes critical. And things go worse from there. I don't know what it is with this plane. I'm not too used to flying it. And when I ran out of fuel, I just was not able to control it, as you shall soon see. Sorry, I'm kind of
Yes.
saying things before, describing things before they've actually happened, but I don't really know what else to say, I'm afraid. But any moment now, the fateful thing will occur, I hope.
Yes. You also your bomb explodes just on the right of the main building.
Thank you, Genius. Just to the right, so hopefully some splash damage should have done something, but obviously not. Maybe that was my fault. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe fuse node.
Fuse?
The fuse mod for
Oh,
for the bomb.
Oh, the fuse mod. Yeah, we're using a fuse mod, which could have done something, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't think so. Looking at my video here, there's another minute or so before the fateful event
fine.
occurs. Sorry, Genius, I interrupted you, but yeah, there's another minute or so before the engine gives up. So I guess now I can just thank everybody for watching this video. I'm sorry for being away, but even now my throat is kind of feeling a bit sore just from talking for 35 minutes. But I will try and make more videos more frequently in the future. Thank you for your support, especially the Patreon people. Yeah, we'll get back on track very shortly. I think my engine is about to cut out. Yep, here we go. So the engine is now gone, and I am about to fall to my doom. For some reason the plane it could be the damage to the wing, but it just fell to the right and just fell out the air, and I wasn't really sure why.
Good luck for landing.
Genius wishes me luck. But it's too late. I'm dead. So that was that. Thank you for Genius for his support. I appreciate it.
Frank, can you talk to Godshot for this problem?
I will. And I
Thank
did.
you.
End the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll come back with some more Bloody April stuff next week. Goodbye.
How much longer on the mission?